I met what people are considered as bad people. And then when I got to know them, I'm like, well, you're not really a bad person. Your actions are judged by society as bad, but you're not a bad person in any way, shape, or form. And then I went to see the so-called angelic people, the people who are supposedly good, and I realized these are like hustlers. They're using quote-unquote positive energy, quote-unquote angelic energy, to hustle people out of their attention just as a thief steals. Yet they get all they're good people, and those are the bad people, but at the end of the day, they're doing technically the same thing. They're hustling, trying to find a way to survive according to their situation. They're doing it pretending they're righteous, and they, well, don't give a fuck. So I said, something's wrong, there's a hustle. And it really annoyed me. Because if there's one thing that the so-called angelic people, that means that the good people, the righteous people do, is judge everybody. This is their weapon. They judge everybody. If you are, and righteousness isn't just like, I'm kind to people. No, it's about, you have a certain truism. For example, the proper way to eat is to eat raw vegan food. This is the truth. Therefore, if you do not eat raw vegan food, you are evil, and I am superior. There's righteousness. But the righteousness is made in the name of love, in the name of truth, in the name of health and healing and caring for animals and all of this. And everybody else is a piece of shit. And I said, wait a minute, this is kind of odd. This doesn't work for me. I don't like this. Because it's always creating two. So anyways, in my own self-exploration, I came about certain aspects of myself that would be considered negative or evil, demonic. And when I was honest with myself, I'm like, I really love this part of myself. Now, if it wasn't for the fact that this person or this group of people or society or this body in society judges this, I love that part. I love it. I love how it thinks. I love how it moves. I love how it expresses itself. I love its slang, its swag. I love its lifestyle. I love it. Now, I may not want that, but I may not want to live like this, but I love it. Then I went a little further. I said, well, if it wasn't for that part of myself, which is considered evil, protected me. It was a compensation. For years, let's pretend past lives exist. For past thousands of lives, this thing that people call evil protected me. When I was in a desperate situation or I was weak and I didn't have access to certain inner resources, this thing came and protected me and helped me to get through the desert. Now you people who know nothing about who I am judge that part of me and say it's evil and it has no place here and it's unspiritual and it's unmoral and unethical. And I'm like, well, wait a minute, this is my... If it wasn't for that thing, I wouldn't have gotten across the desert. I would have died. And now you want me to condemn this part of myself who saved my life? Then you want me to throw it out and pretend I'm the opposite? So this is where you see the discrepancy in people and their bullshit spirituality. Where's the love? If spirituality and so-called righteousness is about love, they don't even have love for the parts that live inside themselves. They don't love the so-called demons. So there's always lies. That's what I'm trying to say. And I realized, no, you know what? I love that part of myself. I love it because I got to know it. I discovered it. I know its heart. Yeah, it's right. It's like an alligator. It's particular, I agree, but nature created the alligator for a purpose. So it's an alligator. But you're looking at the alligator, pointing at it and say it's here evil because you expect it to be like a sheep, a goat. So you're upset at the alligator because in your opinion there should only be goats. No, fuck you, I don't accept this. So first of all, I'm not going to allow that kind of violence into my inner system. In my inner world, I don't allow this bullshit because you're clearly insane. You live in dichotomy, you're divided. You want to pretend that there's only so-called light. You want to pretend that so-called darkness is not there, yet it comes together. And you pretend that this is harmony when you keep two things separate and you squeeze yourself in one extreme. And then you want to pretend that that is righteous, and as if the so-called demonic energies, meaning the dark energies, not evil, don't express themselves unconsciously through your being.